Greetings, fellow bridge lovers, and welcome to this week's It's Your Call. Today I am joined by the amazing Emilie. We met in Toronto this past NABC. She was playing for the U of A bridge team, and they came 7th overall. Out of how many teams were there competing? Was it 18?
Yeah, something like that, 16 or 18.
16 or 18 teams, which is actually a pretty decent showing. And the format for this tournament was extremely it was odd. Like in the end it was like a total of 2 days, right?
Yeah.
And you do a round robin in the beginning. And from then on, what was it? 9 teams qualified or was it 10?
I actually think it was 12 this year, and then the
12.
seating was random. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then you guys did like this weird like group thing that happened. I don't get it, but do you get it?
Yeah, it was knockouts, and then there was a three-way final for the final match. And our team was seeded in the knockouts against the first place team,
Oh
unfortunately.
no.
Yeah.
Just immediately get thrown into the deep end. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. And the team that actually ended up winning was the was it the Gold Georgia Tech team?
I believe so, yeah.
Gotcha. Like the Georgia Tech team had 3 teams there. Emilie is actually a self-taught bridge player. She got into the game during COVID times, and she wanted to start a bridge club at U of A. And well, I think you might be better at telling this story. How did the U of A Bridge Club come to be?
So I was looking for a new extracurricular to join, and my roommate mentioned to me, because she knows that I'd been playing bridge for a while, hey, I saw somebody promoting a bridge club by themselves in the middle of our student union building. And I thought to myself, okay, I have some experience in student government. If I have somebody to work with me to help start this club up, I can probably do it. So then I reached out to the person who was running it and who's now a longtime bridge partner of mine. And together we kind of just did some promotional materials. We put out some stuff on the Instagram. We did some pretty heavy recruiting. And now we have probably 20 to 30 active members and about 6 competitive players.
That is so huge. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. You guys have 20 to 30 people, which is absolutely insane. And do you guys like have a regular game or
Yeah, we usually meet twice a week, depending on the skill level of the people at a given meeting. Sometimes we'll get a team match going. Sometimes we'll just play rotating pairs. We always have free food, which we find is a big draw for people,
of
especially for
course?
students. So, yeah, it's pretty good.
All right, wonderful. So, thank you so much for all you've done for Bridge in your area. We love getting more youth in, and congratulations on your 7th place finish in Collegiates. And are you ready for a bridge problem?
I am.
All right, let's do this. Okay, so we are starting off with this. Your partner is the dealer, and no one here is vulnerable. It's actually the first board of the set that you are playing.
Right.
It's so you're like you got to start off strong. You've got to assert your dominance against your opponents. If you want more information, we're playing in a Swiss teams event. Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah, if that matters in any way, shape, or form, I don't know. Just giving you all the information. So, partner starts off with a 1 diamond opening. All right. And then East doubles, and it is your call.
Okay, interesting. So we have a very distributional hand. Given that partner has opened, I'm definitely thinking that game is in the picture. Obviously, I really don't like diamonds, but that's okay because partner could be opening a short diamond.
Hmm.
So we have this really nice club suit, but I still have just a personal preference of playing in majors when possible.
Agreed.
So, yeah, obviously. So, I would probably still go ahead and show my major suit. I would be thinking one spade here, just keep the auction alive.
All right, keep the auction alive, show our major suit, and, get that information out there. So it then goes pass, and then your partner bids 2 spades. Okay. You've hit partner with another 4 card suit. They're giving you a simple raise, probably around 12 to 15 high card points for more
Yeah.
spades.
Yeah. So 12 to 15 high card points. Opposite what I'm sitting, I'm still thinking that game is definitely in the picture. I like that we have a major fit. That makes me think that likely we're going to end up in 4 spades, but I don't think that the possibility, I don't think we should exclusively roll out the possibility of slam at this point because partner could have, what do we need partner to have?
Mm-hmm.
One of the 2 aces in our short suits, probably, and then the ace of either clubs. So we basically need them to have 2 aces here to make slam, I would think.
Well, probably more than that, right? Because
Yeah,
we don't have the spade honors either.
that's true. And some of the spade honors, I would guess. If they're raising on like ace fourth of spades, that would be rather unfortunate for us,
Mm-hmm.
especially given that we know that our points are going to be on the right side. So that would put
Mm-hmm.
everything offside, and we wouldn't be very happy in that case. But I would like to at least communicate this club suit, certainly. I mean, there's 7 of them, ace, queen, seventh. So that's pretty nice. It's probably going to run unless partner's very, very short.
Mm-hmm.
So I would probably put in a 3 clubs bid. I think it's definitely forcing over our established fit. So I'd like to see what
Certainly.
partner
Yeah.
does to that.
So it's just some sort of game try, probably some sort of natural game try. We're saying that we've got a club suit, and if partner has a good hand, then they're going to continue on. And your partner bids 3 spades. They say, nah. And then it goes past from east, and it is now your call.
Okay. So yeah, I think partners definitely shown very strongly a minimum at this point.
Yes.
I think at this point we can pretty effectively rule out slam. They haven't shown a cue, like a control bid or anything like that. They're
Mm-hmm.
just giving the basic response.
Exactly.
So at this point, I would probably bid 4 spades and be pretty happy there, especially since this is Swiss teams, you say, and we want to be in our games when they're
We
there.
want to be in our games, and if they're pushy games and we have a shot at making it, I mean that's the goal. So we get to 4 spades here, and the concern I have in spades here is East's double. Oftentimes, this double is going to be guaranteeing somewhere around some sort of length in spades, 4 spades. So if there is a finesse at all, we know that it's probably going to be offside. We could just be in a 4-1 spade split a lot of the time. I think that this was a similar auction to what I had, except instead of bidding 3 clubs, I just yeeted out 4 spades because I'm psycho
Mhm.
like that. I ended up in a 4 spades contract, and I realized that there is a world where bidding clubs here, where like I didn't necessarily like my bidding, where we ended up in 4 spades, and I'm thinking that, well, hang on a second. If my partner happens to be short in clubs, like I have no entries. My clubs are useless to me in the spade contract because I don't have many entries. Because in these situations where you have these 4-4 fits, it's very difficult to draw trump and then have an entry back to your club suit, and you may even have to set up your club suit. And that's why I want to go down a track of how an auction would go if we bid 2 clubs. It goes 1 diamond, it goes double. You can make the same argument that we don't necessarily like clubs for the same reason that we don't like spades, is that East has shown a takeout double of diamonds showing the other suits, right?
Mhm.
So if they're going to be long in spades, they're also possibly going to be long in clubs, but people will often fib more about the minor than they would about the major in these double situations. So
Yeah.
let's see how this auction would go if we decided to bid 2 clubs. Goes pass, and your partner has a bit of a dilemma. In the end, I think that they might just bid 2 no trump. Now we run into another problem. How do we show our spades?
Yeah.
Because it's odd to bid like this. Like, I mean, would you say that if you bid 3 spades now, would you only be showing 4 spades?
I think you definitely could still be showing only 4 spades here, just that you have less of a preference for them than you do for your clubs.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that that's true to an extent, but I guess I'm just personally not a fan of playing in five minor game contracts when I
Right.
think that a one is possible because I can see a world where five clubs goes down very, very easily. And there's a bit of a higher margin for error with the spades. So I would really like to know if partner has four spades. I would honestly probably have expected, I guess if they're a minimum, they can still bid two no trump there. But hopefully, if I show my spades at this point, partner will support the spades at this point here as well.
Right. So if it goes three spades, pass. I think partner would certainly bid four spades because when we do this, I think that this is just showing an extremely strong hand. When going through my options in the actual situation, I decided to bid one spade because I didn't think that my hand was strong enough to bid two clubs and then bid three spades later after partner makes
Mhm.
some sort of bid. That was my concern here is that I've shown too strong of a hand, but the question is, I mean, if partner has a four card spade suit, maybe the hand isn't all that bad. I actually really, really like my hand if my partner has a club fit with me and we can play in five clubs. I don't know. I feel like I've gotten to a point where sometimes these 4-4 fits with an outside suit, like before I was like overly enthusiastic about them. The problem is that the suit is broken, you're going to have to set it up, and where's your entry? Especially when we have a double here when East could easily have four spades. Then again, you do have the argument that you were saying before that four spades is one trick lower than five clubs is. And I'm curious to hear what all of the viewers' thoughts in the comments are on this auction. How would you bid this? Would you bid two clubs after the two no trump? Would you rebid three clubs? Are you not even interested in spades because of the fact that you don't have any entries to your club suit? Maybe I'm spewing nonsense and you're going to call me out for it.
No, I don't think so. I think that the entry problem is a real concern for sure. But if the spades are offsides anyways, then I mean, you're gonna lose them either way. So you could potentially just not pull all your trump right at the beginning and still use it for roughing to hopefully get an entry back into your clubs at some point.
That is a great point. Like, this could be a hand that works very well in spades as well if you get a cross ruff going, because you do have a singleton in hearts, you do have a singleton in diamonds. Let's say your partner has the ace of hearts and the ace of diamonds, and as a singleton club, you lose one club, you just cross ruff a bunch, and four spades is golden. And I mean, the only reason why you would bid two clubs is if you wanted to kind of like keep Club Slam in the picture, because back at this point, you don't know how strong partner's hand is. All you know is that they didn't open two clubs. Club Slam could certainly be a possibility here if partner has a good
Mhm.
enough fit. And a strong enough hand. But if you're not super certain about it and you're nervous about showing your spades later and showing a stronger hand than you might have, two clubs is very, very scary if you just want to end up in a four spades contract, and partner might get overexcited on even a 15 high card point hand. I've actually seen a lot of hands like this recently where you have this four card major and everyone's like, show me that four card major. I need to know about the four card major because if we have a 4-4 fit in the majors, we need to be in major game. But what about minor slam? I've run into a lot of situations here where I have a long minor suit and a four card major, and I'm like, which one should I start with? How do I show this hand? Because if you bid one spade first, and if we have an auction that goes like, let's say one spade, and partner just bids one no trump, now what?
Now, I guess the question, and maybe this is a little bit more unhinged, but do we maybe want to be in a no Trump game? Because we do
Mm,
have this beautiful long running club suit. It's just missing the ace. So if partner has ace small of clubs and our spades are reasonably guarded, like they can only cash so many, even though we don't know if partner has any spades, we really just need them to have a stop or a soft stop in the other suits. And then there's basically eight tricks there. And if we
right.
have a soft stop in the other suits, then that's your ninth trick and we have three no trump. So I guess that's the other sort of question we have to be asking ourselves with this hand, even though it's so distributional and it's probably pretty counterintuitive to where you would think you'd want to be.
My main concern here is that if we're missing the ace of clubs and we don't have the entries, like if partner has, let's just say, a doubleton club, it goes club, they duck the club, we play a club up and then we can't get back to our club suit. But like, if partner were to instead bid like two diamonds, now showing your hand is even more difficult, I'd think, because if you at this point were to be like, oh, partner, I have a club suit, they're going to think that you have longer spades than clubs. That's just the ultimate assumption. And that was my main concern with this hand. What would you do in this situation here where partner bids two diamonds?
If they bid two diamonds, yeah, I think you have to show clubs. I mean, the three club bid, it looks a little bit passable, but I think that jumping to four kind of limits your options to explore. Maybe they have tolerance for spades. Maybe they have three spades and they didn't want to bid it at this level, but if they have three really good spades, then maybe four spades is still the option, and there's no real space to explore that if you jump all the way to four.
Mm-hmm.
So I would still be bidding three clubs here, I think. I really don't have tolerance for diamonds. I think that maybe the queen's a trick, but partner has to have ace king probably for that to end up working, or king beyond sides.
Mm-hmm.
So I would probably bid the three clubs here, just like you did.
Yeah, it's just a tough situation because you're like, I'm bidding three clubs because I have a club suit, but I feel like I've misportrayed my hand's distribution so brutally, because partner like could totally be seeing my hand and being like, oh, they've got five spades and four clubs. Wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's, I mean, this was a situation that I was really scared about, like, as if partner didn't bid two spades. What do I do now? I guess over the one no trump, if partner bids one no trump, I just probably would, I might just pass it. I don't know. I feel like three no is like, I need partner to have the ace of clubs and stoppers in the outside suits. It just, I think there's a lot of things that this hand struggles with. So in the end, the actual auction that we had, let's go back to this, was it went one spade, pass two spades, pass three clubs, pass three spades, pass four spades. And partner's hand is ace, queen, 7-2, king, queen, 7-4, 9-7-5, 8-4. And it looks like we have heart loser, diamond loser, club loser off the top, and the spade finesse is offside. Partner opened light. I remember on this auction that dummy came down and they told me, oh, I owe you a point. I'm like, yes, you do. But like, what good would the jack of diamonds do for me on this board? Not much, right? We still have the same problem even if partner did have an opening hand in theory. Like, the only thing is like if partner had the ace of hearts instead of the king of hearts or something. But yeah, the other funny thing is that I don't know what East was doubling on, but they doubled. They're like...
Really?
It was like, well, I've got the majors, so this is fine, right? But, like, if partner decides to pass one diamond, then I guess we're happy.
Mm-hmm.
I was very confused, like, because I was playing this out expecting them to have, like, you know, four spades, four hearts, four clubs. Eventually,
yeah.
I figured out that they had the club singleton, and my brain just went like, what? This is so wrong.
They do.
So that was partner's hand, and we went down one in four spades, and there really wasn't anything we could do about it.
Yeah.
So
that's like the worst possible way they could be sitting on that auction, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like, they could have had the ace of clubs, they could have had some outside ace instead of the king, queen of hearts. Like, king, queen of hearts, that's useless to me.
Yeah.
Give me something else.
Something more useful.
Yeah, this was a tough hand. I was stumped and still am kind of stumped, so I would very much appreciate it if those would type what they would do in the comments section. Before, I was like, oh, bid your major. Gotta bid the major. And now I'm questioning it more and more and more because it's like you can confuse a lot of things. But yeah, I think I still am pretty much a major purist.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, Emilie. Thank you for giving your thoughts on this hand. And I love the optimistic outlook. Maybe we have slam, maybe we have, and we almost certainly have game on this hand. I mean, even when we like only have like if you look at we have 8 high card points. But it's just
Yeah.
extremely distributional, and when things are extremely distributional, anything can happen. Good luck in the collegiate bridge circuit, and I'm sure we'll see each other at another tournament sometime soon.
Oh, absolutely. We will absolutely do that. Thank you so much for having me.